Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So, as we know, The Acolyte was such a terrible TV show that Disney lost a great deal of money, and there was an incredible amount of backlash because they destroyed Star Wars. They destroyed the lore. There was so much cringe in it. There was a terrible storyline. And get this, ladies and gentlemen, it was not renewed for another season, and makes me wonder why the hell not? If the reviews and the ratings were so good and you got so many viewers, why not review it for another season? Could it be that it was so bad? It was bad. It was really, really bad. But there is a small little minority group of a few thousand individuals made up of, I guess you could call them radical activists, part of the LGBT Rainbow Alphabet Mafia, and even the trans community too, that, and even the main actor, the main lead, Amanda Stenberg, or whatever the hell her name is, they all apparently copped a great deal of criticism from the likes of real Star Wars fans, men, angry men, and now they're not happy. So now they want Nerdrotic and Star Wars Theory and so many other of the popular, YouTubers that talk about all the nonsense that goes on in the film world nowadays and why it needs to get better. They're going after them. They want to demonetize Nerdrotic and Geeks Plus Gamers and Ryan Kinnell and RK Outpost and Critical Drinker. They want none of them to make any money anymore. So these people need to get a life. This was actually brought to my attention by my brother, who, by the way, loves Star Wars. He's probably one of the biggest Star Wars nerds and geeks that I know. And if he's saying that this is a piece of crap in terms of The Acolyte, I happen to agree with him. Now, I personally didn't want to watch The Acolyte at all. I saw enough to know that it was a pile of dog crap. But nevertheless, a lot of people, all 80-something thousand, I think it is. I don't know how many, but they all sign a petition to try and renew The Acolyte for season 2. And even the Asian actor that played the Sith Lord, apparently that's the hill he's going to die on. So he wants to make it his life's mission to try and get season 2 of The Acolyte renewed. Good luck with that, man. Good luck. Anyway, whoever the hell these people actually are, these Rainbow Alphabet Mafia activist types that need to get a life, they decided to release this letter to Team YouTube. So they're going after these individuals, naming them. And this goes to show you, like, freedom of speech. What freedom of speech? You can't say anything negative about a terrible TV show because these dingbats will come after you and try and get you demonetized and deplatformed. So anyway, let's read this out. Last week, actor Amanda Stenberg, of course they have to include the pronouns because who would we be if we didn't include them? Unbelievable. Posted candid comments to Instagram about the rampage of bigotry and vitriol. She made a video, an 8-minute long video talking about how much hate she'd gotten and all that sort of other nonsense that went on, but no receipts. They never have any. That she has received since leading the cast of The Acolyte, the latest addition to the Star Wars universe. No, I don't think it is part of the Star Wars universe. I think after, The Last Jedi. No, can't even say that. That was a pile of dog crap too. I think after episode 6, that's it. Like, no other good Star Wars, if you ask me. Anyway, Steinberg's experience is not new. In fact, this known tactic, it's a tactic, is it? Wow, okay, I didn't know that. It was initially provoked by former Breitbart news editor Milo Yiannopoulos, who aggressively targeted Ghostbusters actor Leslie Jones under the guise of film criticism. It's not true, by the way. But anyway, after prolonged insults against the Ghostbusters character resulted in harassment against Jones on Twitter, Yiannopoulos claimed Jones was playing the victim when she called for action against the harassment. The aggressive gaslighting of Jones' experience resulted in Yiannopoulos being banned from Twitter. It was a different time period, obviously, when the woke monkeys ran Twitter, not when Elon Musk ran Twitter. Anyway, 8 years later, Yiannopoulos' playbook against marginalized actors. Marginalized actors, you say? Amanda, whatever the hell her name is, she's not marginalized at all. She's got a white dad. She grew up in a rich neighborhood, for goodness sake. My goodness me, marginalized my ass. Has burgeoned into a multi-million-dollar business on YouTube. What's wrong with that? Okay, being a critic. What are you guys being right now? You're being a critic of him. Being rather hateful, don't you think? Anyway, which is being permitted to develop unchecked. Oh, one thing we know about freedom of speech is you've got to check people. With the help of YouTube Partners Program, this playbook's biggest target, Star Wars. Oh, no. Oh, no. We can't talk about how bad some Star Wars films are, because evidently that if a woman of color is in the mix, he's obviously targeting her. Oh dear, these people are truly, truly insufferable. Get a life, again, I will say. As fans of the Star Wars franchise, well, evidently you're not a true fan of the Star Wars franchise, because you didn't see the pile of actual dog crap that was right before your eyes with the Acolyte. But anyway, we have tirelessly, gotta love this language, witnessed a handful of YouTube creators continuously drive prolonged insults and harassment against marginalized actors and members of our community. Oh, enough is enough. They're laying down the law, people. The Star Wars fandom demands that YouTube enforces community guidelines against prolonged insults and incitement of targeted harassment towards women of color by demonetizing YouTube channels Geeks Plus Gamers, Ryan Kinnell, RK Outpost, and Nerdrotic. So how about that? Their solution is to stop people from making money and feeding their families. These people are terrible human beings. I'll say it. They're terrible human beings. Here we go. The facts. Gotta love these so-called facts. Seems like it's more biased than facts. But anyway, in 2018, Geeks Plus Gamers, 396,000 subscribers, encouraged harassment against Vietnamese American actor Kelly Marie Tran, leading up to Tran's departure from Instagram due to prolonged harassment. Geeks Plus Gamers published nearly 15 videos relevant to the Trans Star Wars episode, The Last Jedi character Rose Tico, who's a terrible character. Wow. Get a life. The channel claimed that Tran's character is one of the most hideous characters of all time. Yes, and the most unlikable too. She wasn't liked at all. Not anything about her as a person. Her character. And exists for forced diversity. She was a DI hire for sure. That's the reason why they had her in. She couldn't act for shit. But anyway, many of the comments found in Geeks Plus Gamers videos can be seen in hateful comments under Trans now deleted Instagram posts. Look, Geeks Plus Gamers does not control who posts what in the comment section. It's part of having freedom of speech. Don't you guys get that? What exactly are you guys doing right now with this hateful letter towards a creator? Oh, it can only be a utopia for us. We've got to be protected, man. Geeks Plus Gamers champion and RK Outpost, a channel that frequently targets marginalized actors, including Moses Ingham, a Black American cast member in the TV series Kenobi. Days before Ingham called out racist backlash against her on Instagram, RK Outpost called Ingham a lunatic who can do nothing other than play the victim. Again, I'll say, what's wrong with that? That's not targeting marginalized people or marginalized or whatever else. Good grief, people. These people need serious help. RK Outpost called Ingham, whatever. Geeks Plus Gamers and RK Outpost frequently co-host live stream Friday Night Tights on Nerdrotic's YouTube channel. 1.1 million subscribers, where the three channels have made a profitable business reusing prolonged insults against marginalized actors featured in Star Wars, Captain Marvel, and The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, to name a few. Well, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, if they didn't make it so crap, then maybe we wouldn't have to make terrible videos. Well, they're not terrible videos. We wouldn't have to make terrible comments about the terrible video that we're critiquing. Have you ever thought of that? No, evidently not. Amanda is the current target of this YouTube-based operation. Oh, that's what it is, people. It's an operation. They've got actual an agenda behind them. Together, Geeks plus Gamers, RK Outpost, and Nerdrotic have led the charge against Amanda even before the release of the Acolyte, producing nearly 40 videos relevant to Amanda and the Acolyte since May. But what about the diss track that Amanda released for the so-called hatred that she received? Like, come on. Anyway, these channels have asserted that Amanda is vapid and narcissistic, the adult pretender, dumb, and a half-black bitch for defending herself against racism, because she is half-black and she is acting like a bitch. I mean, who releases a diss track for being criticized for your acting performance? That's terrible. Who does that kind of stuff? Only a narcissist. Yes. And someone that is clearly pretending to be fake, that also has a white dad. Anyway, these channels have gaslit Amanda by claiming she's playing the victim card. That's not gaslighting, man. That's just telling the truth. You guys have got no idea. With RKR posts proclaiming, "You've never been oppressed in your goddamn life, you bitch." Yeah, you've never been oppressed. You wouldn't know what it's like to be oppressed. But, oh boy, these YouTubers also use racist dog whistles, including the angry black woman stereotype. This is actually really painful to read. But anyway, the hate campaign against Amanda has been so profitable that other major YouTubers have joined the attacks, including Star Wars Theory. How many other good faith content creators will turn to profitable hate campaigns if this behavior is permitted to continue with no repercussions? Action required. Here we go. So we've read the facts. Now we've got action required. Star Wars fandom. So they're claiming that these people are the actual Star Wars fans. Refuses to watch another marginalized actor or fan be singled out by prolonged racist harassment from a handful of YouTubers as a result of YouTube's inaction, which has transformed hate into a lucrative career path. What exactly are you guys doing right now? I'll say again, it is concerning to us, well, it's concerning to me that you're actually doing this and you've had like all this time to do this. Like, seriously, what? If you think that it's good to attack someone else's reputation and their career, as well as stop them from feeding their family, you've got issues. You're the problem, not the one that is actually talking about something that we all can talk about. Grow up. It is concerning to us that targeting marginalized actors, like that's their favorite line. Targeting marginalized. No, man. Get it right. On other social media platforms has historically resulted in platform bans, whereas the same behavior has made provocateurs millionaires on YouTube. This should be highly concerning to advertisers as well. We understand that YouTube has an important role to play in promoting free speech. However, content uploaded by Geeks plus Gamers, RK Outpost, and Nerdrotic is not opinion or criticism. You say what? You can't have an opinion, or you can't be a critic if you say what they don't like and they don't agree with. If you're going to live in this kind of world and go around thinking this, you're going to have a very miserable life. And it clearly shows you guys are miserable, half-witted dingbats. Anyway, this targeted harassment against women of color, we urge YouTube to enforce its community guidelines and demonetize these channels immediately and permanently. Well, it turns out that all these channels have been following YouTube's guidelines quite closely. Because if you're like me and you've been banned once, you know, you read the guidelines that they've set out for you, quite literally, and you follow them. Because if you don't, you will get banned. You will get demonetized. It's happened to me. So demanding that somebody lose their revenue for not following the YouTube guidelines because you think they haven't been, and the actual facts are two different things. But the fact that these dingbats would go this far, enough is enough. I will repeat what you said. Enough is enough. Get a life. If you think this is going to go in your favor, it's not. Get a life. Anyway, these people are just, wow, they hurt my head. They hurt my head more than, or nothing annoys me more when you have these half-wits that claim to be the victim in all this, standing up for other people that have claimed to be the victim of something that they should never have been claiming to be a victim of. That pisses me off so much. And I can only imagine how Nerdrotic and all the other YouTubers that have been mentioned here are feeling in all this. You can't have a negative opinion at all. And you can't critique anybody that has got like an ounce of no common sense at all these days. It's not possible. You can't have a difference of opinion with these people because they'll just claim to be a victim and go after you. Oh, boy. Anyway, my friends, you guys take care. You be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.